Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. Loved ones, everybody's good. Um, I just wanted to share something that um, I wanted to get off my chest. Uh, Basically, due to what's been happening these last couple of weeks, especially last week with the curfew that was implemented in our county last Friday, and the death that happened last Monday. Um, I don't really indulge myself too much with social media outside of making funny comments and sharing the funny things that I see. I just don't believe in the hype of it, so I don't really get involved too much. But I just felt like I was obligated to share this story. Um, I asked permission to do this with the story, and I was given the go ahead to do so, and I'm going to remain anonymous with the individuals that were involved. And I asked anybody that knows about this story to go ahead and respect the same aspect of it. Make your comments, but just keep the keep everybody's name out of it. And I also asked that no further details be shared, but we just want to um, inform everybody of the severity of this virus. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. 3.5 weeks ago, number one, I'm going to name these individuals as numbers, was prompted to take a COVID-19 test. Um, Two of their family members, we'll name them number two and number three, tested positive and were then admitted to the hospital. Once taken their test, number one decided to quarantine themselves in their home because they were allowed to. While they waited 2 weeks for their test that was positive, came back. It took 2 weeks, so it didn't take 2 to 5 days. Apparently, I'm hearing that there's an issue with the testing, and it's taking a bit longer for them to come back with everybody. I know some people that are still waiting, and it's been like 3-4 weeks. It's been time, but that's because no one's expected this to be as big as it has. And we weren't ready for this. This country was not ready for this pandemic. But I'm going to continue going. Um, so yeah, this individual decided to quarantine themselves within their home. Number two luckily recovered from this virus after being admitted to the hospital for 2 weeks, whereas number three began experiencing respiratory issues and was placed on a ventilator. They began plasma treatments that they did not respond to. Then came the organ failure. Ultimately, number three lost their life last week to this virus. Um, the short story, but the only reason why I wanted to talk about it was because number one was quarantined at home. So they weren't able to visit two or three in the hospital, which means number three passed away without anybody there with them, outside of the nurses and doctors or whoever was there. But as far as like loving family members and all of that, they were alone, and I talk about it because who wants that? Who wants that for anybody? I don't even want that for people that I can't stand. Everybody should be there in their last moments of their lives with people they care about. And I'm a father of three kids, and two of them are small with underlying issues, and I don't know how they would react to this virus. So I don't understand the complexity of having to wear a mask or staying inside unless you have to go out to do something. Um, the need to go out and party like the end of days is here. It's unfortunate, but if this virus continues to spread, it will be the end of days. But beyond that, I want everybody that's listening to look at it as, what if my family member, my loved one, caught this virus? What if I gave this virus to somebody that I care for because I was just unwilling to follow, the guidelines. And I get it. No one trusts the government. No one trusts the news outlets. I get that. For years, they've been shoveling crap to us and lies and misunderstandings. And I get it. But think about the strong possibility of this actually being true. Businesses are not shutting down because this is a hoax. People aren't dying because this is fake. Yeah, there are rumors out there that, they're mixing up the test. People are dying from other things and they're putting it down as COVID, this and that. Listen, this individual's mother, number 1, okay, number 3 passed away, was fine, perfectly fine before this outbreak came out. And then all of a sudden, in the span of 3 weeks, out of nowhere, died. That doesn't just happen. That's not a natural cause. This has to be, this is something else. And, the fact that this country and a lot of people are living their lives with the ideal of, if it doesn't happen to me and it doesn't affect me personally, I just don't care and I look the other way. That's the reason why we're all in a state of panic. And it's not just this country, it's everybody. It's around the world. But that's why we're in this pandemic that we're in, because everybody just doesn't care. There are a lot of videos out there of these Karens, and I'm going to call the guys Kevins because I feel like it. And I'm going to come up with some other names for the other individuals, but whatever, that are going around and just fighting the fact that they're being told to wear a mask. I mean, what is the inconvenience of having to wear a mask when you go to public or when you're out in public? You might be out for maybe 3-4 hours, go to dinner, you go to grocery store, shopping, whatever. It's not difficult to wear a mask, especially if it saves someone. What's the problem? Yeah, you feel that your personal rights are being violated. Okay, there's a law that says you can't drive over the speed limit. Do you feel your rights are violated there? You can drive as fast as you want? No one does that. Wearing clothes in public. No one says anything about that. No one cares. But wearing a mask? Oh, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. It's my right. Okay, well, you're basically saying you don't care if anybody gets sick around you or your family. I mean, if you want to give that up, hey, that's all on you. But I just want to say, just care for your fellow man. That's it. Woman, anything, care for your neighbor. That's all that matters. That we're all against each other and we're all battling. I mean, Black Lives Matter, this movement's going on. Everybody's battling everybody when we're all just one human race. And, I've been pushing my wording. It's unite all of humanity so that all humans are treated humanely, because that's what we are. Our skin color shouldn't base that. But anyways, I'm digressing. Let's go back to what I was saying. So, again, I'm sharing this information for everybody that's, anti-mask and COVID-19 hoaxing believers. No one's telling you to go against your religious or your political beliefs. No one's telling you to go outside and sell your liver. You're wearing a mask. I have to do it. Everybody that's working right now currently has to do it 6 to 12 hours a day. We're walking around with this mask on our face. I have friends that are nurses that are working in hospitals that are overwhelmed because, there's so many people getting sick. There's so many people coding. There's so many people, there's so many people that they're at the capacity in their own hospitals. They can't do anything. And unfortunately, yeah, we can make more hospital beds. We can turn buildings into hospitals, temporarily, but we can't come with nurses or doctors. We can't pull them out of anywhere, and the more work that these nurses and doctors are doing, the more it's on them. They're tired, they're stressed, then they're getting sick, and it's all because nobody cares. and I just want everybody to know that this is not a joke. This is not a hoax. This is not something fake. If a mask can help the transmission of this virus, if it blocks it, I'm sorry, if it stops, if it slows down the transmission, what's the difficulty behind that? Because if I lose my daughters over something like this, I'm going to lose my mind. And I don't understand how anybody who's a parent or who has a loved one doesn't feel the same way. Again, I understand, the government has lied to us. I understand that the news has lied to us, but that's been going on forever. But if there's any truth behind the severity of this virus, wouldn't you want to do everything that you could just to make sure that you and your family are safe? And I don't mean like your kids and younger and or cousins, sisters, younger children. I mean like our elderly folks, our parents, our grandparents, our brothers or sisters that may be 10, 15 years older than us. Why wouldn't that be something that you would want to protect? That's basically anything that I have to say. If you have a loved one in your life, or if you care for people, I have a very big heart. I care about everybody as much as I can. So I'm going to do everything I can to protect myself, my family, and everybody, because no one should have to die, until it's their time. I'm not asking anybody to forsake their religion and to go against their political beliefs, because this is not religious and this is not political. This is about working together to stop a silent killer, because that's what's going on right now. Anybody has anything to say, comment, share an experience that they have with this virus, go ahead and comment. Just let's keep it civil. I'm really not into the whole arguing back and forth. I'm not a fighter. I have to fight when I believe into something, but I really don't want to see it. This is not why I'm sharing this story, and this is not why I'm talking about this. Usually I made it long. Yeah, go ahead and make a comment and share your story, share your experiences. The more we get these words out, the more we talk about this, maybe people will start understanding and believing that this is not fake. And we can actually do something to protect ourselves. Thanks for watching. Again, be safe, stay healthy, and hopefully I'll see you guys when everything becomes normal again.